In terms of the micro hydropower option for electricity generation, there were really only two options that stood out. Firstly, gravity turbines, specifically an Archimedes screw in reverse, as well as secondly, the turbo turbine, which must be noted is better for medium head sites. Now, the use of hydro was based on the following calculation. Firstly, using precipitation data, a flow rate could be calculated in a general sense. And an example of this being an average precipitation of 76.3 millimeters in January. Now, by dividing this number by, say, 20, you could calculate a flow rate of, say, 3.82 meters cubed per second. This can then be used to calculate the output power of the system and to gauge the general power output on average throughout the year due to the correlation between flow rate and precipitation. Now, the output power calculation itself is P, as in the watts, the power output, equals the density of the water times the gravity times the flow rate times the head height times the efficiency of the actual turbine. So now we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of micro hydropower. So the advantages of a gravity turbine include, first of all, it's an efficient energy source. It's a reliable electricity source and no reservoirs required. It is also a cost-effective energy solution. It can give power to developing countries. It does not require a filter, and also it gives you 24-hour power. The disadvantages of this turbine is that a suitable site must be required. Now, unfortunately for our site, I do not believe, due to the poor surrounding water sources, that this would be the optimal choice for electricity generation. Energy expansion may not be possible due to the constraints of such a small system. It may not be possible to gain any more power from the site. It will give low power output in the summer months due to lack of rainfall, although this may not be an issue in Scotland. And it will also have a slight environmental impact on possible wildlife or plant life in the surrounding area. Now, in terms of advantages for the turbo turbine, again, is an efficient energy source, a reliable electricity source, and no reservoirs required. Again, it is cost effective, can give power to developing countries, and can also integrate with the local power grid. In terms of the disadvantages for the turbo turbine, the initial costs are higher. It does need a medium head, say greater than 50 meters, which our site does not have, and it requires a fast flow rate as well as more maintenance.